It's not often we get to learn about British black history, but here we have today one of the pioneers or witnesses of those very events. So introduce yourself a little bit.
Yes, sir. I'm Richard. I'm Richard Simpson of perhaps coming up fame, and this is my shop here. But what brought us into this conversation was the fact that we've got this mural, 3.5 meters, and just to basically expand upon what I've written on the plaque here, to simply say that we at Coming Up Caribbean Takeaway celebrated our 30th anniversary last year, 2021, and I did that. I thought I commissioned this to mark that occasion because I was 15 at the time and down by the Marcus, having walked from a club in Vauxhall, the podium actually, and we were known then as trotters those days, and there was 3 of us and we weren't driving, and we walked, so that was the collective term, trotters. But hey, we walked 3 miles, and this is what this was typical, and we were discussing what happened the night and everything else. So we'd gotten down this very same road where we were on, down to what the Marcus is, which is a landmark park and the one-way system. And a brother of the friend I was walking with came round in his Mark III Cortina, and then we said, oh, there's a party over there, and it was Gemini, because we were all involved in sound systems, that very early sound system culture. Gemini's playing there, and in those days, you weren't invited necessarily. You knew 1 or 2 people, and you just blag it really and go. But then I had said, well, no, I'm not passing this lift. He had just pulled up, and I was not passing this lift. I'm walking on, so we all knew what took place. At least this is the mark, the fact that there was a fire, Lucas fire, and a number of people died, and a few of them were my friends. And even today, there are some which are very badly injured. But what's more to the point, there are mental scars, there are trauma. People were denied their youth, people were denied their life perhaps because of this event. Maybe turn into alcoholism, maybe turn into drug abuse, psychotic episodes. But others, I know personally, have been able to, who attended the event, were able to pick themselves up and make a life. So we're marking that point, and we're marking the disparity and how these people were dealt with. Now, I'm not going into the whodunit bit, but there was an incident only a couple of months later where there was an issue in a club and in Ireland, and the powers that be, the royalty and the rest, sent representation to Ireland, but yet still we were 6 miles as the crow flies from Buckingham Palace, and we saw nobody. And nobody interacted in the very early days. So that's what brought about this, the Black People's Day of Action in the April. So we for balance again, we've highlighted David Michael, whom were on the year again 2021, marked his 50th year of joining the police force. So that was for balance. That's basically to say that we're not anti-establishment, we're not anti-authority, and every community needs policing. So we were happy to operate from, as a community, and representing David being the embodiment of that, operating from the inside and trying to actually make changes, whilst the youth and others were protesting on the streets. And we were talking about a time period where the National Front was prevalent. Not so long after, just prior to this, in '77, there was the Lewisham riots with the National Front and the big standoff. Then after this, there was the issues in Brixton. So this is basically to spark conversations and to have people realise that there's not only Black American history, but there's UK history. And as I'm on record as saying, this is just another platform that we can step on and go back. It's not, we use the Sankofa, we look back and we draw from the experiences of the past, but these are platforms that we can look at, take lessons from, step on and elevate ourselves as a community.
Very thoughtful and important words indeed, because the fight for racial and economic justice does not end simply through government legislation, it ends through people's action.
Indeed, yes, absolutely.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Simpson, for taking this interview with us.
Lovely, all the best. Appreciate it.